Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Holy Quail. Is myself, Andy, and
Hi.
our first guest stream. Do you want to introduce yourself
Yeah,
quickly?
hey guys, I'm Maya.
My partner. If anyone didn't know, and yeah, finally got a guest onto the stream, which is very exciting. So yeah, we'll have a partner crime. Yes, yes.
Yes,
Who
many
knows?
crimes have been committed.
Yes,
Yeah.
legally that is a joke. But yeah, you've been on Lundy Island.
Yes, I've been on Lundy
For
Island recently. Yeah, I spent 6 lovely weeks helping out with seal research, and it's been absolutely fantastic. And I've been back for just over a month now, so adjusting to normal ways of living in big cities, which isn't a really fun adjustment. But yeah, so yeah. Wishing I was back on an island. So yeah.
Soon enough, soon enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll have our standard wildlife encounters and then hear more about Maya's time, which is
Yeah.
very exciting. Hi, Fishy. And your Pookie as well. Hope you're all doing well. Such good emotes. Very festive. I like it. And oh no,
Oh no.
it's just us tonight, everyone. Oh no.
And you know
Thank you, Pookie and Fishy. Given a very awkward stream otherwise.
Haha! I am not muted anymore.
There we
Yay.
go.
I was saying. Fixed. It speaks. I do speak. I'm not just mouthing words. I really like the snowman and the little dinosaur dancing away at the top of the screen. So there we go.
So festive. It's how long till Christmas?
When I think of Christmas, I think of a little snowman and a dinosaur. So very festive.
We're only 2 weeks to Christmas.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks, 1 day. Wow, 15 days. Wow.
Yeah. Have you finished all your Christmas shopping?
No.
We're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few more things to get.
Yeah.
I've got 3 more things to get.
Oh,
and
very
and I've got to go away and pay the Royal Mail almost £50 to get a package. So
what?
yeah,
What did you get them, like a house?
No. So it came over from Canada. So its import duty from Canada is £47.44 for something that's no bigger than my mobile phone.
Wow. Is it worth more than £47?
It's worth over £200. But
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
that is.
it's a bit more worth
well,
it,
I'm paying almost 25% import duty on it.
Yeah.
That's painful. Oh, Hanukkah's next week. Hope you enjoy that, Fishy.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be cool. What day next week, Fishy?
Is it before or after our
Final stream. Next Wednesday is the final stream of the year.
Yeah, we got exciting quiz, which I've finished up today.
Starts in 5 days. Ooh.
All very exciting. And yeah, we got highlights from the year from myself and Kat, and looking at all the community's highlights.
I'm going to try and put mine into the Discord channel so you guys can look through them as well. I just need to try and get them off my old computer. Because they're all still down here, not here.
I'm trying to work out what my top ones would be.
Hey, Jen! Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jen, for following. Welcome to the stream. And may I be the first to say first on the stream to say your pictures are very impressive.
They are.
Very impressive.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah, like I was struggling to find my top wildlife encounters from this year. Like I've got a few in my head, but I just need to sit down and go through all my phone pictures and all my camera pictures.
Many photos.
Yeah. I think Google Photos does like a your year highlight thing, and it's like you took I think it's 5,400 pictures just on my phone.
Wow.
This year. I'm sure as you can tell from the stream, I'm a big person. It's like, I see something, take a picture on my phone, which is handy, but also going back through all of them.
And Pookie's like,
It makes
noticed
our
I
walks
forgot
very
the
long.
white-tailed eagles.
Oh,
How can you forget whiteys? Because
Pookie's got so much over there. It's like, oh yeah, white-tailed eagles. Forgot about them.
it's never too late to add them, Pookie. There we go. Cool. Anyway, I suppose we should really crack on because we've got lots to get through tonight. We have our wildlife encounters, of which I actually have some this week. And then we have Maya's lovely trip to Lundy and everything she was doing there, which I'm very excited to find out about. And I hope you've all got lots of questions.
I'll try and answer
Your hardest ones you can possibly come up with.
Nothing too scientific or too difficult, please. Just nice general questions.
Just make it up, they'll believe you.
Cool. So who's going to go first? Nick, you should go first.
I should go first. I just had the one wildlife encounter because I've been out a few times, but not purposely for wildlife. I just have one mushroom. I can't remember it. Was it my bitter oyster?
Bitter oyster, yeah.
That's the one. Which I saw on a walk. I was meeting up with my brother in the middle of the city, and I got very wet on my walk. I was like, oh yeah, I got my raincoat, it'll be fine. And it's one of those kind of like thinner ones, and I hadn't like washed it in the waterproofness thing for a while. So like first 10 minutes, like, yeah, this is great. But it's like an hour and a half walk in, and I got quite drenched in the end. But I did see some lovely fungi. This was just growing out of, I think, at the bottom of someone's fence, just walking along. I think I got a bit of an odd look from someone like pushing a stroller because I was like bent down with my foot. No, I didn't break anything. I was on a public pavement, just looking at the ground, basically. Very sensible, but yeah, I think these are bitter oyster muffins. If anyone has any other idea.
I have a question.
Oh.
Are they all bitter oyster mushrooms? Because one of them to me looks like a turkey tail from my very small knowledge of mushrooms.
I think they're all the same bitter oysters, but they're all quite early stage apart from that one that's doing a perfect Pringle impression.
Yeah, so the Pringle one is still an oyster mushroom.
I think. I think it's still a bitter oyster.
Nice.
I was doing some research, and apparently if it is bitter oysters, they bioluminesce. So without any UV or anything, they produce their own light. But I think it has to be kind of, depending on like the specimen, I think it varies, but some you have to have like a camera over long exposed to see anything. But apparently some I think it was somewhere in Asia, they used to use bitter oyster mushrooms as primitive flashlights or torches. So
wow, okay.
I think they can be quite bright, but I haven't seen for myself, so maybe I have to venture back.
Yeah, so after you scope the site in the day, you're going to go back to a fence. Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. That doesn't sound
okay, for the mushrooms, my camera, but I'm pointing it down, don't worry.
Okay.
Unless there's a moth on the window, which
but
oh, the weather here had been so terrible, we're so busy. So one undocumented encounter this week. 5 chukas? I pronounce them? Chukas? By the side of the road this morning.
Can someone tell me what a chuka is?
I need to look up what a chuka is.
Brilliant.
But very nice.
Whoa!
This is the first time Nick's been acting suspiciously.
Aww. I'm never going to shake this now, am I? I'm always going to be the suspicious one who does suspicious things.
Looks like a grouse.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
It's a partridge, yeah, checker partridge. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been my one encounter this week on this wee walk.
Lovely. Yeah.
Galliforms, similar to a partridge. Ah, cool. Very pretty bird, actually, fishy.
Yeah, because we have red-legged partridges, which look
yes, they look quite similar to that.
Yeah. Who wants to go next?
I have one wildlife encounter today.
Do you want to go next?
I can go next.
And he's
Very
I quite like this one though, Maya.
Yeah, this one is quite exciting. So since coming back from the island, I realised I needed a job. I can't volunteer forever, so I found a job in B&Q, which is very exciting. I'm in the seasonal department, so in the garden centre of B&Q, which is actually quite a nice place to be because I'm outside all day. And because it's like Christmas time, I'm doing all the Christmas trees. So I'm lugging in all the Christmas trees, helping people choose their trees, and wrapping up their trees. So a lot of lifting, which has been quite fun. But we have some visitors to the garden centre and the shop. If you would like to share the picture,
It's on screen now.
There's a bit of delay.
oh, there's a bit of a delay. Okay. Drum roll. This is one of our resident pigeons in B&Q, and they like to hang out basically all over the store, but they particularly like being with the bird feed. So yeah, so I'm not really sure what my phone and work policy is, but I snapped a cheeky photo of it.
You're on your lunch break.
Probably, yeah. Snacking with a pigeon. Yeah, so I had a little look through after it flew away, and there was a bag of feed which was open, and instead of throwing it away, I just kind of left it there for the pigeons just to be happy. So maybe it's encouraging the pigeons to stay, who knows. I care more about the pigeons than my job, don't tell me to keep that. Yeah, so they're quite sweet, lots of pigeons in the store. Yeah, that's my main wildlife.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's quite fun. It makes the shift more enjoyable. Yeah.
I remember you sending me that picture. I'm like, oh my god, a pigeon.
Yeah.
Have you named any of the pigeons yet?
I should. I really should. I don't know how many there are, because we sometimes have we have like these steel frames like all over the store, and there are sometimes like pigeons on the top there. And one time I was walking down and the pigeon like kind of like landed there, and then all of a sudden the screw fell down on the top, which is really unsafe. So I don't know if the pigeons are like unscrewing these like metal pillars or something.
Go back to it.
Yeah.
They've discovered the power of wrenches.
Yeah, honestly, there's so many wrenches in B&Q. Causing havoc, pooping on our tiles, all sorts of things. I think it's about, I want to say like 10, 15 of them. And it is quite funny because to like leave the store through the back where all the Christmas trees are stored, there's like this massive metal gate. And when I go near it, the pigeons know, and they all flock towards me, and then I come and open the door, and then they all fly in or they fly out. So they kind of know to go in and know to go out, like depending on what they want. So they don't seem to like be stuck there. They know that they can leave if someone's near the door, which is quite intelligent.
And
I do like my pigeons a lot.
Yeah, and they have a ready food source just sat there waiting for them whenever they feel hungry, you know?
Yeah, bring all the pigeons.
I wonder if someone did
Hey, birdie.
open up like a bag. Oh, I see a pigeon there.
Yeah, maybe it's me. I'm just gonna open up all the bird feed. Oh no, it's a pigeons.
Just walking along. Whoa. Spread feed everywhere.
Fishy also has pigeons in the halls at the school that he teaches at. Ah.
Lovely.
Thank you for the subscription, Birdie. 9 months. 9 months.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
On a 3-month streak. Oh.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Brilliant.
Oh, we saw a small sparrow inside a farm shop yesterday.
Bless. Oh, I do love sparrows and stuff. So sweet. Birds where they're not supposed to be is so funny.
It is, yeah.
Until they get snapped. Shall we see your wildlife encounter, Andy?
Okay,
Excited.
well, I have quite a few. I've got. I think there's 8 pictures. So.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Which is more than I've probably put up in the last 2 months. So we're going to start off with a classic. We're going to start off with just a robin. He landed about 2 feet from me.
Oh, bless. Was this taken with your camera or with
This
your
was
phone?
with my camera.
Oh, nice.
Very sad.
Oh no.
He's like, this is my best side. Look, see, you can take a picture here.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I
so-
do like seeing robins a lot.
Yeah, I love robins.
Yeah.
Very excellent.
Very
bird.
excellent bird. Absolutely agreed. Mark on it. It's here.
Oh yeah, it's like
Oh.
a tiny dot.
Oh no.
It's eyeliner. It's like eyeshadow.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the look.
Cool. So that was the first one. And then the second one. Now, these are all on the walk from the car park to the reserve. These ones. Okay.
Okay.
It's not even at the reserve.
So we're
How
not
long was the walk?
it's about 800 metres.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow. What did you see in 800 meters?
Well, we got the robin, and then we got a lovely long-tailed tit.
Oh, I love long-tailed
Where's the
tits.
pin?
Oh my gosh,
Got the-
yes.
yeah, I've got the
I'll
pin.
show. Oh, that's so cute.
That is a lovely picture.
This is so funny because I've been fiddling with my little long-tailed tit bird. pin.
Oh,
You see
cool.
it?
Oh,
Whilst
the shininess.
the shininess. I need something to fiddle on whilst
There
I
you go.
talk. There we go. Oh, that's very cute. So
Such a pin.
very, very sweet. Oh, I do love long-tailed tits. I do think they're my favourite birds. There's something about them. Very sweet. I do like that photo too.
And then, a bit further away, is this yellowhammer. All of your wildlife encounters were on the way to the reserve. Irony. Not all of them, Birdie.
Whoa!
That is a very yellow
So
hammer.
cute.
It stands out so nicely from just the kind of British winter landscape, and then just bam,
Yeah.
lemon.
Yeah.
Normally, Birdie, yeah, I would say yes. I would only see them in summer, spring, summer. But this one, literally, it just leaped out. Like, it landed, and I was like, that's a yellowhammer. And it was about 50 metres away when it came in, but it's such a striking colour that I just couldn't not see it.
Are the females and males just as yellow as each other?
No, the males are a bit browner,
Okay.
but they do have yellow on them as well.
Yeah. So is this one a
This-
female?
No, this one's a male.
Male. Oh,
Yeah.
so the females can be even yellower.
No. The males are yellower than the females are slightly browner.
Okay, yeah. Cool, brilliant. Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, so I was very
I
happy
don't know
to
if I've
see.
seen a yellow hammer.
I don't think you've seen them with me.
No, I see most of my birds when I'm with you.
Yeah.
So if I'm not with you, then
I think I've
Oh,
mainly
really?
seen them back when I was down in Devon.
okay.
I saw one when I was in North Wales, and that was quite exciting because there's not much arable farmland for up there.
Mm.
All there's just sheep and more sheep. So that was very nice. But yeah, I haven't seen them for a long time. And yeah, I can't imagine seeing them, as Virgil was saying, like in December. It feels very
I'm
odd.
I'm shocked. I'm getting the impression that most of the population has probably migrated, but some have stuck around because we've had an exceedingly mild move into like autumn and moving into winter now. So they probably just feel like they can hang around.
I mean, yeah, you were saying this one doesn't feel like a winter day. Like we're
Yeah,
sitting
no,
and it's
today felt so
so
warm.
mild.
Yeah.
and
It was
Yeah,
over
well,
it's
yeah,
over
like a
10
few
degrees
days of-
today.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I went out in my Crocs.
12,
Yeah.
like 12, 13 degrees today. And we had some like cold frost spells, but it didn't last longer than a few
Yeah.
days, kind of thing. It really hasn't been that
Yeah,
cold.
I do wonder
Yeah.
like how this affects all the birds. And crazy.
Yeah, Pookie's got a spot nearby where they are right now. That's cool, Pookie.
Oh, lovely. No.
I do like that. They are beautiful birds, and I'm always excited to see a yellowhammer.
I haven't seen to start your eBird list. Oh,
What is an eBird list?
you know eBird the app.
Oh, it's an app. Okay.
Yeah, like you log your bird sightings in. I don't
Yeah.
use it too much, but
Okay.
I need to
So is
start.
it like
I need to
a-
start
a
using
library
mine
or-
next year.
Yeah.
so it kind of goes with
Okay.
Merlin app.
Merlin app.
They kind
Yeah.
of part of one.
Okay,
together.
that's one I need to download.
There's like
Brilliant.
eBird. Oh, what's the other big birding app I like to use? Like logging. I can't remember.
Right.
Fish is exceptionally further south than this.
I naturalist.
Me, I think there's another birding one which I can't remember. I'll come back to it.
What do I want to show next? Which one do I want to show next? I want to show this one next. Okay. So, want some IDing here.
Ooh. B2, yeah, I think it's a B2 one. A bird.
A bird.
A bit bigger. Oh, almost southernmost tip of the range. That's cool.
So this is now actually on the reserve. So we've crossed the threshold. We're into the reserve.
I mean, I have an idea.
I'm not very good with my birds of prey ID. I know it's one of the. It looks smaller than a buzzard and a red kite, so I'm not going to go for that. Maybe. And I don't think it's a kestrel or peregrine, so maybe like a. Some sort of harrier, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Do you think it's a
I
harrier?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was agreeing with Birdie with it's just a buzzard.
It's
he was
just
saying.
a
I know, it's
buzzard.
just
Just a
It's giving,
buzzard.
like, buzzard vibes
Yeah.
with like that kind of like pale whitey streaks on the belly and just looks buzzardy.
Yeah, it is a buzzard.
Nice.
So the you can kind of tell by the beak with the yellow bit close to the feathers and then a tip of black, which you can't really see in the
Yeah.
image unless you look at really closely. You can see that.
No, I can see that now. I think I've always seen my buzzards like from the ground looking up, and they
Yeah.
have that distinctive shape.
Yeah, so this one was going across the ponds. So I went to Langford Lowfields, which is a freshwater reserve with lots of like reed beds and stuff, and this was just kiting across the top of them, getting mobbed by some crows at this point, which you can't see, they're just off the picture. But there we go. So buzzard. I saw quite a few kestrels as well, but as usual, my pictures of kestrels were not very good. Yes, you're right,
Hover
Fishy.
Just until.
Their highly variable coloration is confusing.
Was it Pookie had like the really blonde one?
Yeah,
A
beautiful
A
one.
blonde buzzard.
Yeah, like a really blonde
Ooh,
buzzard.
okay.
I saw one on Mull when I was up there a few years ago that I kid you not was gold.
Ooh,
The whole thing was just gold. It was stunning.
wow.
So moving on to probably one of my favourite moorland birds. I see these quite regularly. Is the stone chat.
I was thinking that.
Love a stone chat.
Absolutely
And
gorgeous.
classic.
Oh, nice. So is this one a male one or a female one? I'm thinking a male because it's looking quite bold colours.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
this
nice.
this is a male. You
Oh,
tell the male
lovely.
by the black head.
Okay, and so do the females have a lighter colour head?
I will show you a female now because there was
Yes,
a pair.
brilliant. A side by side comparison.
Yeah,
Perfect, thank you.
there was a pair, and these two birds were right next to each other when I took these pictures. So, and this is the female.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I agree, but it's such a good bird name with the sound they make.
But is it an onomatopoeic name? So, for example, hoopoe goes
Because it
hoopoo,
goes
hoopoo,
cuckoo.
hoopoo. And then you've got the
Stone
cuckoo.
chat. It's cuckoo.
But
Oh,
stone
I
chat
don't
isn't,
know.
because the stone chat is a clack. It's two stones clicking together, whereas the hoopoo goes hoopoo hoopoo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be a name for a word that describes how a name describes the
Yeah.
sound it makes.
It's a
Yeah.
descriptive
Is the
name.
sound itself. A descriptive name.
We're one Google search away from finding out.
It's like Stone's Jet. No, it doesn't quite.
Yeah.
But the big question is, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the female coloration or the male coloration?
I was quite impressed with like how striking the male is. I do like the black and then the white neckline. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the male one.
It's always quite impressive as to how black it is.
Yeah.
But I love the female, like the kind of mottled patchiness on the head.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
Yeah. Is the red breast, is that like just as strong in the females, or does it tend to be more muted?
No, it's very similar. They're
Okay.
they're very, very close.
I was confused because I thought it meant their Dutch name is very confusing. I was like, a very odd name to give them, but
what is their Dutch name?
oh, yeah, I'm curious now that you've mentioned it. Male always with birdie.
Yeah, my sister lives in the Netherlands and is learning Dutch, so I need to go over there and impress her with my random
bird names.
Bird names now.
Cool. Right, which one do I go? I've got 2 more to go. Which one do I go with? Well, I think I'll go with this one. So I got my first winter migration bird.
Ooh.
Dutch name is Roodborst, Tapuit. But Roodborst is the name of the robin. Tapuit is the name of the northern wheater. Oh.
So if you merge them together...
I can actually see that. It does look like...
That's quite funny, actually.
Cross between a wheater and a robin. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a robin wheater.
Beautiful. Ooh. The characteristic tail shaking.
Ah.
Ah.
Robin Wheater. I feel like Robin Wheater is what an American would call their like British character in a film. It's like, oh, this sounds British. I am Mr. Robin Wheater.
Oh yeah, actually.
Without actually looking it up.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that.
Cool. So here's my first migratory bird.
Ooh.
Looking directly at you.
I don't think I have any clue what that is.
They look so big in this picture.
Are they smaller than they appear? Would you say?
Not necessarily. I just feel like for some reason they just look very big.
Yeah.
It's an ice hockey team. If in doubt, chicken, says Jin. That is good, Jin. I like that.
I'm gonna go with Jin. I think it's a chicken.
You think it's a chicken?
Chicken in nature reserve.
Yeah.
So is it a rye? It's not a rye neck fishy.
Yeah. Is it like? It looks a bit like a song thrush.
Ah, yes, yes. You're in the right neighbourhood.
Yeah. So I'm guessing some song thrush relation.
It is part of the thrush family. Yes.
There we go. That's as close as I'm gonna get because I know no other thrushes.
I think birdie's on it.
Red wing. Ooh.
Yeah, we did see these a few weeks ago.
Did we? Oh dear.
I mean, it was like a one fly. I was like, oh yes, that was a
That's
flock of red
okay.
wings.
Yeah. Was that when we went to that reserve?
No, it was like nearby field.
Oh, nearby.
But that was a while ago.
Okay,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, so it is a red wing.
That, actually, yeah. Red wing.
And there's quite a few of them. So.
Is anyone else just seeing like the one in the middle just looks really big? Maybe just small branches, but for me it just goes up.
Yeah, really small berries or something.
Like almost like a buzzard side.
Maybe it's because the berries are like in the forefront, and it's making it look like it's.
Yeah, these are hawthorn berries.
Ooh.
That they're gobbling up. There's loads of them, which is really good. And there was some field fairs, but I didn't get a picture of any of the field fairs. I'm amazed I got pictures of the red wings, because whenever I tried to take a picture, they just flew off.
I feel like it's... Yeah, sometimes if they're like really busy and there's like a big flock of them or something, they sit happy and you can take many pictures, but other times they just...
Yeah, I didn't hear any of the field fairs, though. Especially after we'd had to do impressions of field fairs, Nick. I knew what
Yeah,
I
oh
was.
gosh, yeah.
I,
You know,
I,
that
I
warning
knew what I was
before.
having to listen for,
Always
and
out for.
never heard any, but there was some there.
I guess you're a guest, not a presenter, so you might be safe from the.
Making a bad call. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right.
Who's presenter? We'll see how kind
Oh dear.
chat is feeling.
And I have one more image to show.
Oh yeah, group that kind of.
Okay.
Hoopers. Oh my gosh. Okay. I
But
need to.
I'm going to have to listen to a
Oh,
Whooper
no.
Swan.
Yeah.
I need to listen
Do
to
some
Who's
research.
This one.
Specifically Hoopers. Okay. Play the interval music now. Music.
There we go.
I think I need to practice in a corner first.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a.
I think we just want to embarrass ourselves.
That's their entire point of the routine.
Okay.
It's all like powerful and like.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like a clown like. Yeah.
Wait, that's my impression.
It's almost a
That's my
kazoo.
impression.
Oh, if we had a kazoo. Like
Yeah,
that
kazoo
kind of-
would be good.
kazoo like sound.
Yeah.
Woot woot wonk wonk. Well done, everyone.
There we go. The chat was better than us.
Oh, you're already doing it when I said it. Ah.
Hooper's still not airing. Okay, sorry, I'll go.
I'm very different. Very different.
Cool. Right. One more image. And it's another bird of prey.
Ooh.
This is the highlight of the trip. What I saw
Okay.
that on Saturday. I watched this
Ooh.
bird for close on 20 minutes.
Good bird.
Wait, is that the head there? Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. This picture, with Birdie saying like long, it does look almost owl-like
Yeah,
It
that's
does,
what I was
doesn't it?
thinking.
with a head.
Yeah.
But it's just the
Very
wrong.
flat head.
Wrong...
Yeah.
To give you an idea, it's looking down.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Let me come up with an idea.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm really not going to go Marsh Harrier. That's my guess.
Okay.
What's your guess?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
as well.
really? Oh, okay. That's very
Yes, no.
exciting.
Yes, it looks really. It has like a very long like neck, like it's wearing a head,
Yeah.
like a scarf or something.
Yeah.
Like its face is very, very far forward.
So,
Which is why Bird is saying long it, like it does look so much owl-like on the face.
so I think Pookie will correct me on this, but I think this is a male Marsh Harrier. It's definitely a
Ooh.
Marsh Harrier. I think it's a male.
I'd agree with you there.
Let's see what.
Because of the white
That's
head,
insane.
the light coloured head.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's quite. Yeah, it's quite pale in general as well. Very nice trip.
It was great, honestly. It was lovely to be out. There was nobody at the reserve. Like I didn't see another person, except for
Wow.
one of the volunteers there, who I know. The light head is the females. Okay, thanks, Fishy. That's a female hen harrier then, not hen harrier. Sorry, Marsh harrier. Yeah, Mel, who I see almost every single time I go.
Really?
A lovely
Oh.
gentleman, and I have a conversation with him each time. And he'd seen, I was asking him what he saw, and he saw 3 different marsh harriers, buzzard, sparrowhawk, peregrine, lots of redwings, some fieldfare, great white egret, which I did see, but I only saw taking off and flying away.
Wow. Did you see all that in the one day?
He saw that in the morning before I got there. So
Okay, yeah.
Very nice.
I mean, some people just attract all these
Yeah.
birds. Like there's part of skill and part luck, and some people just fit right in the center of those two.
It's
and
kind of knowing. It's kind of knowing the switch because he's there all the
Yeah.
time,
Mm,
so he'll know where to look. He'll know like the flight
Yeah.
paths. Like I remember having a conversation with him. It's a couple of years ago now, and we're just stood next to the little surf hut that they've got. That's kind of like it's a visitor meeting point, and then like the volunteers who are like the welcome team sit in that hut when it's raining and all that kind of stuff. And we just stood next to that, and I kid you not, a kingfisher flew between us.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
literally right between us,
What?
and we were no more than a meter and a half apart, talking to each other, and it flew right between us and landed on some reeds. And he was like, "Oh look, there's that was a kingfisher," and off I go, and I set up my scope so I can look at this kingfisher.
wow.
And then while I'm looking at this kingfisher, he goes, "Marsh harrier," as a marsh harrier flies over,
I love that.
and then.
Brilliant.
And then another time I was walking up, so there's a really nice central viewing point in the middle of Langford. It's called the Castle. And it's a little bit higher up and it's circular. And as I was walking up to it, he's up there and he's watching a bird coming in. And I see the bird come into the reeds and land. And I get up there and he goes, "Did you see the bittern?"
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. Crazy.
So yeah, it's all about knowing where to look and
knowing the right spots, right?
having that encyclopedic knowledge. Literally happened to me, says Jin. There you go.
Really?
So it's all about having that encyclopedic knowledge of the reserve that you're on to know where things are going to be. Taking a pic of the harrier and miss the bittern. It happens, Jin. Honestly, it happens. You're so focused on this amazing bird that's in front of you, no matter what it is, and then suddenly something's going on just outside your view. So yeah.
Amazing.
But that was cool. So yeah, I had a lovely day. It was great. And
That sounds pretty nice.
I'll be going back again soon.
Lovely. No. Is that your like local nature?
Not quite. It's my favourite one in the
Yeah.
local area. It's
Yeah.
about 45-minute drive for me.
Okay, yeah.
There's a few that are closer that I really enjoy walking along. And then, but what I really like about Langford Lowfields is how quiet it is. Like the problem I've got, like I've been to Bempton Cliffs, and RSPB Bempton Cliffs is phenomenal. If you ever get a chance, you need to go. It is, especially during like May, June, July. It is
I'm desperate
amazing.
to go to Bempton.
On
Yeah.
our list.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it is absolutely packed solid full of people.
Yeah.
So trying to
Wow.
get to see all these fantastic birds on the cliffs, because you're at the top looking down, can be quite challenging sometimes because there's so many people trying to do the same thing. Almost like me going to Castle Espy, and when I walk in, they asked, "Oh, are you here for the owl chicks?" And I had no idea because I'd not been on their socials.
Aww.
The what?
Their Hebrew name is Zeron. It means wreath-shaped for their owlish face. Ooh, that is cool, fishy.
It's very cool.
But yeah, some of our animal and bird names are like folklore, which those are cool. But other ones are just so boring. They have like, yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, our birds are named after like the death look on. There's some really cool things about like wreath shape is so cool. Like some of our animals need to be renamed by cooler things. You did get picked. Oh, lovely. You didn't come for the owl chicks, but you stayed for the owl chicks. Right. Shall we move on to the main show?
Whoa.
We will. If you just give me a second while I play around with what's going on. Just talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, yeah. Everyone had a good week. Everyone had a good week. Any extra unaccounted undocumented wildlife encounters recently. We had some grouse. Was it grouse? What's grouse? Partridge. Partridge. Yeah, do we have any undocumented wildlife encounters? I don't think we have.
We have lots of squirrels in our garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a nice wood pigeon sitting on the fence this morning, just looking
Yeah.
very at peace.
They are all on Discord, says Pookie. They are, and we'll be checking that out very shortly. I say very shortly. We've got some cool stuff to get through here. Our name for long-eared owls means tree blower.
Oh, that's so good.
That's so good.
Like owl, which has long ears, even if they're not ears.
Do long-eared owls blow trees? Is
Maybe.
Is that a characteristic of a long-eared owl? I'm not aware.
Right, if you share your screen.
Right.
I'm going to transition over. Then we're going to watch stream. Ta-da!
Right. Can everyone see this?
They should be able to now.
Yeah?
Yes, they can.
Exciting. Brilliant. So, I was very lucky to go spend 6 weeks volunteering on Lundy Island. So, I saw this position. I think it was a couple years ago I saw this position, and they usually recruit a volunteer from, I think it's from August until late October. And the previous couple years, it's never been good timing for me to go, so I've never gone for it before. And then I was scrolling on environment job, as I sometimes do, and I saw in their volunteering section, I think I saw it the day after it was posted, that they were looking for someone to come to Lundy to volunteer as soon as possible, which seemed very intriguing. So I sent them a little message and sent over a very, very quick application, because I was like, I have to be the first one to send off this application. And so within 2 days of them putting the advert out there, I sent off my application. Day after, they asked me to have an interview. I think it was 2 days later I had the interview, and then that day I got offered it, which was very exciting. So it was a very, very quick turnaround. I was very excited, and I think it was about 10 days to head over to Lundy Island. And so we were in our house in North Wales, and we had to pack up everything, because we were leaving our house anyway, because it was the end of our housing contract, and pack up everything. And then I think I left you to do a lot of the packing, because I had other errands to run, which I still feel
friends.
Yeah, so you packed up a house, and then we moved to my parents' house, and then as soon as we moved to my parents' house, I left you at my parents' house, and I headed off to Lundy for 6 weeks. Yeah, so Lundy Island is a little island. I think it's 5 kilometers long and 1 and a bit kilometers wide at its widest point. And it's just off the coast of North Devon. You can get there from Bideford or from Ilfracombe. And it's about, was it a 2-hour boat ride? I think it was actually quite long. I can't remember. Yeah, it was 2 hours. Yeah, it's quite a while. Yeah, if the wind's in the right direction, it can be an hour and a half or something. Yeah, so I had a very rocky first journey over. if you tap it. Yeah, so this is me arriving. So first of all, I hopped to the ticket office in Bideford, and I got my little ticket, which is a very gorgeous little ticket. And it comes with a little picture, which is very sweet. And then I hopped on the Oldenburg, which is the boat. That's it, docked at Lundy Island. So I hopped on for my 2-hour ferry ride, and it was very choppy. It was very, very choppy. And I think an hour in, I was doing okay. I had my headphones in, I was listening to my podcast and staring at the horizon. And then the person I'd be working with, the assistant warden, was really kind and came up to me, and we had a little chat. But then because I wasn't looking at the horizon, I was looking at how I was feeling very, very ill. And so I was very rude, and I was like, I can't talk to you. I'm so sorry. I just have to make sure I'm not going to be sick. And she was like, that's okay. She's very understanding. So yes, I was very brave for the rest of the journey and kept it all in. And then I hopped off feeling a little queasy, and I hopped into the Land Rovers, because that's how everyone on the island gets around on these Land Rovers. And as you can see, it's like parked like on the docking bay, and we like hopped into this Land Rover, and we had to like reverse out, and I made the mistake of putting on my seatbelt, and I put on my seatbelt, and she was like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, why? She's like, because you can't get out. And so yeah, so the seatbelt just like doesn't work, which is not very safe, but there's no rules on Lundy apparently. Yeah, so we did a very scary 3-point turn on that docking bay, which is crazy. Yeah, so that was my arrival onto the island. Yeah, so this was my little cottage I stayed in with 3 other volunteers at the time. I think there's 6 bedrooms, and a few of them are twin rooms. So I think there's room for about 10 volunteers or researchers to be there. And it was me and 3 other volunteers. So that's my room. I just dunked all my stuff on the bed, so it's a little bit messy. Yes, that was my room for most of the time. Sometimes I had to move out because they had to have contractors in on the island, so we moved to various places. And we had a really sweet little communal kitchen and living space, which was lovely. And there was this little boot room, and one of I think it was the seabird, no, the bird observatory volunteer, he would sometimes do some sparrow ringing, and he would use when it was raining, he would use that room as his little sparrow sorting room, and just have like bags of like sparrows hanging around, and he'd like check if they were ringed, check if they were ringed or not, because there's a massive project on Lundy Island to ring all the sparrows, it seems, for research. And they have different coloured bands, and that like the pattern of the bands on their legs. So they have 2 colours on each legs, and the order and which leg they are kind of tells you what year they were first ringed in. So that year, I can't remember because I didn't do anything. I just saw cute little sparrows. I was like, oh my gosh, cute little sparrows. But it's part of this massive project with some university, and some university researchers come over every year to help with a project. But it was quite funny to come in one day, and he was just sorting through all his sparrows. Yeah, so it was a very nice accommodation, and very lovely people to stay with for 6 weeks. Life on Lundy. So I would do my seal research duties, and then when I wasn't doing that, I would be walking around the island. I also had to do some chores to help with the island, and in return for the chores, I would get free food and free accommodation, which was nice. So I could either have free food on the tavern for lunch and dinner whenever I wanted to, or I could hop into the little general store and get whatever I wanted for free, apart from wine and alcohol. So they would subsidize it all as long as I had 1 shift in the tavern each week. And so I would basically load up the dishwasher for like 4 hours on a busy evening. And then I would join the housekeeping team for 1 working day. So Lundy Island is owned by the Landmark Trust, and Landmark Trust typically does like historical buildings and stays, like little little holiday cottages and things. And so lots of visitors would come over to the island for a day trip, and then lots of people would stay overnight as well. So there were, I think it was over 20 stays you could stay in, and each of them were like a self-contained flat or a bigger house, but they're all part of these like old historical buildings. I wish I got more photos of them. I didn't take many photos, but if you ever looked on a Landmark website, you'd see all these lovely historical buildings, which used to be big manor houses, which were built on Lundy. There was this guy, I can't remember the full history, but he called himself the King of Lundy, and he built himself a little castle on Lundy, and now it's split into 4 bedrooms. So that was quite funny. Yeah, so lots of people would come over and stay, so I'd help out with the housekeeping team once a week there. And then in the evening, sometimes staff and visitors would go play music. There was, at the end of my time there was a little pumpkin growing competition, so everyone grew their pumpkins over the autumn period, and there was a pumpkin judging moment there. The one which won was that really long. This was the winning pumpkin here. It was the heaviest, and it had the biggest girth, and it had the most personality. So everyone decided it won the competition. Yeah, so very exciting life on Lundy. There were about 30 staff on Lundy, so a big housekeeping team, big maintenance team. There was the conservation team, and then a bit of the management team as well. So lots of people from various walks of life, all on the island, and it was very fun. Yeah. So yeah, we'd have like lots of visitors come to the island, and they would do loads of bird ringing. So basically, all of my exciting birds I saw were because someone was holding a lovely bird and was like, "Oh, have a look at this." So that was very exciting. So we got a grey wagtail. These guys, I think they rang a ridiculous amount of birds in the week they were there. They were very excited because they come every year, and it was the best weather they ever had. And I think they did over 500 birds in that week because they woke up every single morning to ring birds. There's a lovely little gold crest, which I got to hold a gold crest, and I was very happy about that. And this was a very, very exciting bird. Okay, so does anyone have any guesses what it could be? It was so exciting that absolutely every single visitor on the island came to see it. So any guesses? I don't know if there's any clues I can give.
Not much of a clue, but it's definitely a neck pig.
Oh, chicken. Too tiny for a chicken. It's
too tiny. Can I make this big? I don't know. Because if I exit the slideshow, it'll give it away.
Yeah, it would actually give it away.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, that's the wrong.
I'm trying to think of some clues.
I guess a clue is it was very exciting.
It was very exciting. You do not get it on Lundy usually. Hadn't been seen for 10 years. A very long time. It hasn't been seen for a very long time on Lundy. Yeah, the third pick. We're guessing the third pick.
There's a bird.
There's a bird.
Yeah, you didn't get involved with like the birding parts as part of your work.
I kind of saw all the birding things happen and be like, "Oh, that's interesting." Shall I reveal? So it is not a curlew or a sandpiper. No, is it a sandpiper?
Hi, Thistle.
Hey, Thistle.
Hi.
That's such a nitpick.
Oh my goodness, it's actually awful. I think I should just say what it is.
It looks like a Loch Ness monster.
Right, I'm going to do a big reveal. It is. Oh, one more guess. Okay, I'll wait.
You got this, birdie. Yeah, I guess because you got the slideshow, but then sharing it on Discord compresses a bit. So it just becomes. Yeah, it just becomes like a dark triangle.
A bustard? What's a bustard? No. Is it like.
Big bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very large bird or bustards.
Yeah. Would it help if I say it came from America?
It's a Yankee.
It's American. Oh, wow. That's very exciting.
Hang on, doesn't know what a bustard is. Get the reflection. No. There you go. Oh, that's not a focus point. Big bird. You got this, birdie. He really does look That's like a quite impressive nitpick in compression.
I
It's like
think that's going to win Nick Pick of the Year.
Yeah, that is quite good because it's just a triangle.
Yeah, it is. I do wonder what would happen if you put that into Merlin. What it would say?
Oh yeah, what does like?
What does Merlin think of this triangle?
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Or we can just put, if anyone isn't watching the stream, we can put it on the Discord as ID help and just see
Oh,
people
yeah.
just go,
Yeah.
what is that?
Right. Any last guesses, or shall I reveal?
I think, but
Is
Birdie,
Birdie gonna do one more guess?
Nah, this is Birdie.
Okay. Right. It is a. It's a buff-breasted sandpiper. Is that correct?
yes.
Yes, it is a buff-breasted sandpiper. So, Andy, if you go back to what the PowerPoint looks like,
I think the
yeah,
full view. There's a
There you go.
handy
it's very exciting.
picture for reference. You guys honey buzzard.
I did say not a sandpiper, and then I was going to correct myself, and then I realised if I corrected myself, I'd give it away, but I played that badly. Buff-breasted sandpiper. Very sweet. Brilliant.
So been blown over in
Good
a
guess.
storm then, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
was
It was
during.
often like there were lots of
Cause I think
Monsters.
was it when I was on Skoma?
yeah, it was when you were on Skoma.
Because that was when there was like really big westerly winds. I think it was a named storm. It probably was at that point, but yeah, big
Yeah.
strong westerly wind. So lots of birders are like, oh my gosh, it's perfect time to see all the Yankee birds coming over, and one did.
Yeah. Lovely. Yeah, not a bad guess, Birdie.
You're
Not a
counting
bad
your
guess.
courteous hand as a win.
Nice. Right. Walks. I went on lots of lovely walks whilst I was on Lundy. They have there's three main paths to take. There's like a lovely a west path, which is very nice and flat, but it's quite exposed because of all the wind. Because it's usually the wind's coming from the west, and there's like nothing stopping the wind, so you do get quite blown over there. And then there's a straight down the middle path, which is the middle picture there, and then there's the easterly east path, which I would be patrolling because that's where all the seals love to be, because it was nice and sheltered from all the prevailing westerly winds. It looks like the one on Isle of Craig. Oh,
It is a good like.
It's
stormy,
gorgeous.
exposed looking
yeah.
lighthouse.
So that one's right on the north tip. There are 3 lighthouses on Lundy. I only have photos of one of them, unfortunately, but there are 3. Take my word for it. Yeah. So I went on lots and lots of walks because my main job was doing the seal surveys, which I'll get to in a bit.
Oh no!
Oh, reload.
No!
Oh dear, Nick, what happens now?
There it is.
What? Reload you. Oh,
It's fine, it's just a picture of some sheep.
it's exciting sheep.
It is the exciting sheep.
Reset image? No.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
picture a sheep here.
insert picture of sheep.
Oh, showing you.
There we go. Okay. There's some soy sheep, which are these like brown sheep, and they would constantly be in my path when I was walking. So the island traffic was just waiting for these sheep to just go triangle sheep. Good one, buddy. Yeah, so these annoying triangles would always be in my path whilst I was walking around, so I'd constantly have to wait for them to move away. And there were lots of little cows. They had some Highland cows as well. We had lots of sheep and what was the other one? And some horses.
Yeah, deer as well. Didn't
Yes,
you?
we have
So-
deer as well, and also goats with like a really nice like curly horns. So yeah, triangle sheep.
What was the history of? Was it the person who said he was king brought over loads of
Yeah, he
different
brought
animals?
loads and loads of different animals onto the island, including some swans, which did fly away, and some people. I'm trying to remember what else he brought on. He did bring on some random things.
There's a good podcast episode you listened to.
Yeah, we did listen to a podcast episode before I went over,
Can't
and
remember
I
it.
forgot all the facts about Lundy because it's been over a month now. So
I'll pop it in the Discord if I remember. At the
yeah,
end, but
brilliant.
a good overview.
But there were lots of farm animals there, which are quite cute. appreciating some of Lundy's wildlife. On the left there is the Lundy cabbage. So this is a endemic species of cabbage to Lundy Island, and there is a not a rumor, what's the word? A legend that that if you pick any of the cabbage because it's so rare, you get fined £2,000 if you pick any, which apparently is not true. Yeah, and then when I was there, because I was doing all my seal surveys, I had to take photos from really far away. I got to borrow this really lovely camera whilst I was on the island, so I tried a little bit of photography for the first time. So that's my little stone chat photo I took, which I was quite proud of. Yeah.
So it's similar to the one you have, Andy and Pookie. I can't remember which version of the Nikon.
I got it last
P9
year, so I
series.
don't know how.
The big zoomy one.
Really zoomy. Really zoomy.
Was it 125 times or 83/87 times?
It was 83,
Yeah.
I think. For your
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be the P950.
Okay.
I think it was that one.
Nice. That's what I had, and it was absolutely brilliant. Oh.
Why aren't they loading?
Which one was that? Oh, that's with Foxmoth Caterpillar. Anyway, part of my duties was every week I had to carry out a butterfly survey, if the weather allowed. Yeah, so I do one like every week. Sometimes it would be every 5 days or every 10 days, depending on what the weather was up to. Yeah, so took lots of lovely photos of some butterflies. Yeah, so I'd like do my little survey route on the east side of the island, and yeah, just count all the butterflies and all the moths and all the caterpillars that I'd seen. And we had a ridiculous number of fox moth caterpillars, which is this lovely triangle caterpillar. So many every single time I went on a walk. There was one unfortunate survey. It was quite like a nice sunny day, but there were zero butterflies, and I think I had one rush veneer, and that was my whole butterfly survey. Yeah, and it's always whenever I'm not on a butterfly survey that I see like really, really cool ones, like that peacock one. I think I didn't even see on a survey. I think it was that was unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, so I did weekly butterfly surveys, and every month I was supposed to do a bee survey, but I was only there for just over 1 month, so I only did one bee survey, and I'm not very good at bee surveys. I tried very hard, but bees keep moving, and they are difficult to ID because they all look quite similar. But I did try my best. That was quite fun to gain some new skills and doing some butterfly surveys and bee surveys. My bro loves bees. Yeah, we had to do some visitor management. We had to make sure that people stayed away from the sites where the seals had like hauled out and all the pups were at. So yeah, so this is a canoe which we used to kind of like stop people from going down there. We had a sign as well, and then I made this sign here about the seal pups, and I drew a few little seal pups around the place. Yeah, so we had to do a little bit of like visitor engagement as well, like teaching people about the seals and why people need to stay away from seals, to not scare them away. Yeah. So, the seal surveys. Ooh. This is a photo I took of a little seal. So every week I would do a seal survey across the whole east side of the island. So I would start off here at Hens and Chickens, which is the North Lighthouse. I don't know why it's called Hens and Chickens. There are lots of really random names for all these places. For context, my house was kind of in the village down in the center of the island down here, and I'd walk up the probably 4 kilometers up to the north side of the island, and then I'd wander around the coastline, and at every single survey point, so these circles, I would monitor, I would like write down what seals I could see. So at this point I'd be surveying all the seals I saw, so I'd be counting how many males there were, how many female seals, if there are any juveniles, any pups, any unidentifiable seals as well, like if they're like in the water, or like I just see them like swimming under, then I'd identify those as well. And yeah, so I'd identify all the seals going down the island here, and then I'd hop down to the very tip. So overall, I think it took me like 4 or 5 hours to do a whole seal survey, and I did one of those every week, and it was just really nice to get about on my east side of the island. So the east side is like usually quite sheltered from the wind and the rain because it usually comes from the west. So yeah, so that's why the seals prefer it. So that's why we do that side of the island. It also means that I stayed relatively nice and dry for most of my time on the island, which was nice. And then, so yeah, every week I do the seal survey, and every day I would do a seal pup survey. So I would start here at Quarry Beach. So I'd walk up the center path, and then I'd hop down into Quarry Beach real quick. And then I'd, so I'd have my little points where I would survey the seals from like the top of the cliffs, and I would be seeing if I could see any seal pups. So I'd have my camera and my pair of binoculars, and I'd be scanning the beaches for any cute little white fluffy seals, which can sometimes be difficult because there are some beaches where like the rocks are like as big as the seals, and they're like the same colors, so you just have to look for a slightly fluffy rock. So it can be like quite tricky. So every day I'd go off and I'd do this route, and I'd mark down how many seal pups I'd seen, and I'd write down the time I took a photo of the seal pup and its mother, so then I could later ID it at home. So yeah, and I'd put it all in this massive spreadsheet of all the seals I found. So if we go on, I can show you some of the seals I saw. So this is Solver. This is the first seal pup I saw, and because I was the first one to see it, then I get to name it, which is very exciting. So I named probably about 40 seals on the island, which is very sweet. And every year the island has a theme of what the seal names are going to be. And this year the theme was UK rivers, lakes, and general water bodies. It got a bit broad when we were like getting to the difficult letters. So you go in alphabetical order. So 19 S is the 19th letter of the alphabet. So you'd find a river or a lake beginning with S. You'd choose one which would make a cute seal name, and you call it that one. So I chose Solver for my first one. So this photo here is the first one I took of it. And then you saw it I got to see it as it grew up. So I'd like go back to the beach, and I'd identify the mums, because seal pups look all the same. They look very white and fluffy. They're very hard to differentiate. So you'd ID them based on the patterns on the mother. So I matched these two up. So I worked out that this was the same seal pup. Like I think it was about 5-6 days later these photos were taken, and this one was a bit later again, but it just looks so comfy. And I found that like a lot of the seals would just find a really, really comfy space and just find somewhere where it could like prop its head up like that. That's what they were after. So yeah, it's quite fun, like spending time just like watching the seals just move around the place. This is Uggy, pup number 21. And so this was the first day we saw Uggy, and then this is as it grew up a little bit more and a little bit more. So it was this tiny, skinny little thing, and now it's looking pretty plump and pretty round. So it grew up very, very well, this one. And this one was quite a consistent one. I'd see it basically every single day until it got to about 20 days old. Yeah, so I'd see it on the same beach basically every day, which was really special. Yeah. And then this one's Gary, because there's a river Gary somewhere in the UK. I can't remember now, but there was this very lanky, skinny little thing, and then about 2 weeks later, it just got so big and started molting its fur, which is really special. Yeah, so when they get to about 20 days, they start molting their fur and getting this lovely like black and white plumage, which is very, very sweet. Yeah, so this is pup 29 Elna, and this one's quite good because you can really see it's molting its fur and it's keeping its pattern. So you can just about see this lighter patch here and these like dots forming on its tummy, like, and then it forms like this kind of little semicircle shape here. And then here's the semicircle again, and then again over here. And it's, yeah, so this one's quite a special one because you can really see the transition over the days. And it's very lucky that the seal was lying in the same position all the time, which is very cool to see.
Such a round seal as well.
Yeah, this one's really round. This
So
one's
good
really
and
round.
It's
And
more of a
so
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it loses its fur so quickly. There were sometimes when I just like saw massive piles of just fur from when it's just been like shedding all its fur. It's been brilliant. The best name for a seal is Bob, because it does. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely, that's a very good one. Yeah, if I had free reign for naming the seals, it would have been a series of very fun, very stupid names, but no, I was constrained to the order of the alphabet and UK rivers and streams. And then this one's a very special one. This one is called Thames, and it's the trailer seal because it absolutely loved this trailer. So every other day, a boat would come to the island, and they would bring on like a lot of goods and a lot of visitor luggage and a lot of things which needed to be transported from the bottom where the boat would come in at the jetty all the way up into the village up this massive hill. So they needed this trailer, and this little guy absolutely loved the trailer. And so we were like, I think this was like 2 days he was hanging out underneath this trailer, and we were getting a bit worried, like, oh my gosh, what do? We don't want to have to disturb this seal when we have to get the trailer up, and then also all these people are going to be coming onto the island because that's the day all visitors are going to come up, because it's been 2 consecutive days of him hanging out on this spot. So we came up with a plan, and the plan was kayaks. So over here you can see we blocked off his favorite bit of the trailer so he couldn't get to it, and we put up these kayaks, and we put it up when the tide was really high, and then as the tide got lower and lower, we were putting out the last kayak, and we saw Thames crawling up the slope to get up to his favorite positioning, and he was so unhappy. He was just like howling and howling, and we were like hiding in the car so we didn't disturb him, just like hoping that he'd leave. And then eventually we drove away, and by the time the visitors came in the afternoon, he was gone. So hopefully it deterred him from going to his favorite little sealy spot. Yeah.
Such a cute seal.
It was such a cute seal. Yeah, it was very, very sweet. This is Luggy. This one was quite exciting because the mother must have just given birth when I came over, or like had been a couple hours afterwards or something, because there's lots of blood, and the placenta was like over there, and the seal was here, and it still had signs that it just came out the womb there, which is very exciting. And what was really funny about this one is just the seal looks so male-like from the back of it, that originally I thought it was just a male, because it looked quite big, and it was very dark, because usually the females have like lots of patterns on them and tend to be a bit lighter. But then I noticed that it'd just given birth, and I was like, wow, it's actually pretty definitive that it's a female. And then this is it a week or so later, and it's very happy and very full, which is good. Yeah. Oh, and now it's time for a bit of engagement, guys. It's the seal ID quiz. Ooh. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to ID some seals, because all the seal pups look exactly the same, so you have to ID them based on the mum. So you have to recognize the patterns in between the mums to work out if it's the same seal. So, is everyone ready for a quiz?
I am.
Are you ready?
I mean, I do know the answers.
You
so-
do know the answers, actually, because
I'm still ready.
I was practicing with Nick. And are you ready for a quiz?
I'll never be readier. So
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay. Right. Let's get going. So, the top seal here is what you want to match. You want to match it with either the seal on the left or the seal on the right. So, what I recommend is having like an overall look at the seal, look at the colors, look at the light bits, look at the dark bits, and then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to find markings on the neck which match markings on the other seal. So you're supposed to like look for like really specific patterns and then match them up. So, does anyone have a guess about?
I'm going to do a poll so people can say whether they think it's the left one or the right one.
Or the right.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put poll on for 1 minute.
Okay.
It's going. Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Got 1 minute, folks. Do you think it's the left seal or the right seal?
What are you thinking, Andy?
I think it's the right seal. So I have voted right.
It could be the right answer. I don't know.
How many different seals do you think you ID'd over your time there?
Probably around 60, because I found 60 seal pups in the end. Yeah. Right. 5 people said right. You are all correct. Congratulations, everyone. This was the pattern which I used to ID. This was level easy. It gets a little bit harder, okay? But you can see that the patterns are so specific for each individual seals, but also these two are quite similar in terms of they have like this darker patch on the top and then little lighter patterns down on the bottom as well. So there are like, at first glance it looks quite similar, but as soon as you look closer in, then you can tell the difference. Right. Oh, and there was also this pattern here. Brilliant. Level 2. What do you think? Is it going to be right or left?
Yes, one of the important things for why you can do this is that they keep their patterns their whole life.
Yeah, which is very exciting.
Because they do molt.
Yeah, they molt every year, and so even when they molt, they keep the same patterns.
Poll has started.
That one of the bottom left one actually is mid molt. You can kind of see it's got some shaggy looking hairs, and hopefully they keep the same pattern.
Right, there is a poll again, guys, if you want to pop it in the poll. Yeah, and there's also like doing lots of seal ID helps you with like your visual orientation, because you kind of have to like tilt your head around and just imagine the patterns if they were inverted or if the seal was like lying on its back or on its front. So yeah,
good for puzzles, like practicing your puzzles, like seeing where patches, like patterns match up and like different angles and things.
Okay, 2 people are saying it's the right.
Poll's almost ending.
Poll's almost ending. What we got? Perfect. It is the right. So this was a bit trickier, especially because the quality of this photo isn't like amazing. But the main thing I used to ID was this neck pattern here. It was quite tricky because it's like inverted, because it's this one. It's on its what side's that? On its left side. This picture, it's on its right side of its tummy. Yeah. Well done, everyone who got that right. This one's it's getting harder now, guys, because these are some wet seals and they're swimming about. They're turning their necks. Yeah. What are we thinking?
Because it's quite interesting. As one of the things I think I spoke about after I come to visit Maya and Lundy, that the 2 groups of seals I was experienced with one in North Wales and one on Scoma, they'd stick to their same beach. They wouldn't get wet at all, like especially the pups. So it was very odd to come to Lundy and you're like, oh yeah, these seals, like the pups, they're just like a few days old and they drift from bay to bay.
Yeah. So what's so important about being able to like ID these seals is because they change beach all the time. So one day you'd see a mum and a baby over like kind of like towards the north of the island, and the next day will be all the way on the south, just drifting along, swimming along, which is very odd, like because you didn't experience that on other places. And I was quite surprised when I heard about, because I didn't hear that when I was on Rathlin. And yeah, it's just quite surprising because you'd imagine it'd be quite energy draining for this little pup. But anyway, congratulations, it was the right. It is a bit trickier, this one, because it has like turned its head around, so it stretches the patterns a bit. Yeah, so well done to everyone. Congratulations, team. I got this one.
This round, I think it's round 4, isn't it?
Round 4 what?
This is the 4th round, I know.
Oh, it was 4th round. Round 4.
Round 4 seal.
Yeah.
I do love the markings on seals. It's such a lovely pattern and colour for them. Yeah. And it's cool that they're so different and unique. Like this one's such a pale on the top. And you had that one which you thought was a male that was so dark.
This one is difficult.
Yeah, it is quite tricky because they are like
all different
slightly
angles,
rotated, and
I'm trying to remember now.
Necks have stretched and such.
How long would you spend at the computer, like just trying to? Or how do you match up?
I tend to have one photo on one side of a screen, and I have a massive PowerPoint full of all the seals I have identified and what pup they belong to, and then I compare that photo which I took today with every single seal photo I have taken until I find a match. And usually I narrow it down by how old the pup is. So if the pup looks like it's about 5 days old, I have like a spreadsheet which does the maths and tells me how old all the pups are now. So if I found one which was 1 day old a week ago, it would say it'd be 8 days old today. And if I found one which looked about 8 days, and I'll be like, oh, let me see if the mums match up there. So yes, it was for left. Well done, team. Yeah, so it was this pattern here which had been really stretched. Yeah, which is difficult. They were actually taken on the same day, like minutes apart. So, so it was a bit easier to ID that one, isn't it?
Yeah. So Birdie, what we're trying to do, since you've been away for a bit, is the top picture. Okay, we're trying to match which one of the bottom left or bottom right is the same animal as the top. Just as you've said in chat. So.
Yeah, so looking at patterns.
Yeah.
Especially around the neck.
Yeah, so we're trying to work out this seal, is it the same as this seal or this seal? Which one's the same seal as the top one here?
There'll be a poll at any moment.
You can hear me typing away. I still can't type properly on this keyboard. So.
Do you want to explain again to Birdie? You might have, I can't remember when you left, but why you're training people up.
Yeah, so being able to ID the seals based on my patterns is really important because all the pups look like white little round blobs, and it's very tricky to ID the seal pup based on the seal pup alone. And you want to know how many seal pups you have total. So you look at their mums, so you watch the behavior of the seals, like is it feeding on a certain mum? That's a pretty good way to tell that it's definitely that mum, that it belongs to that mum, or is it around that mum? Usually if it's on a beach there is a mum nearby, but sometimes there is no mum nearby, which is very annoying. Do you have to be able to ID the adult in person or photos like this? So what I do is I'd take the photo home after I did my survey, and I would compare that photo to every single photo I've taken before. Yeah, it was for left. Congratulations, team. This was one of the patterns I used to identify it with, and then this little one as well, which is quite funny because it's such a different shape now that she has her arm raised up. It's all morphed, which can be a bit tricky. Yeah, so using the patterns to ID the seals is very important. It's very useful. This one's quite a tricky one. If you can get this one, I'm going to be very impressed with everyone because it took me a while, and I was so happy when I found it out because I think I saw this one first, and the pup was very small, and then I saw this one, like the next one, like 2 weeks later, and then I was very impressed when it was still around. So
The one on the left looks so content.
it does look really
it's just
content.
bathing on the rock. Just,
yeah,
in my happy place.
it's its favorite rock.
They're such goofy looking animals.
They are quite goofy. Yeah.
Big round thing with a few arms and a face.
And something the Lundy seals would do is they like to play dead in the water. There was like one day when you came over to visit and you were like, Maya, the seal's dead, and I was like, what seal? Where? And we were looking at it. I was like, oh my god, maybe it is dead. And then eventually it like hopped up and moved around. I'm like, oh thank god it's not dead, because it was lying on its belly, and it was like at the wave breaking point, and it kept on like swaying on its belly, and yeah, we generally thought it was both dead, and then it thankfully turned around and popped its head up and it wasn't dead, which was good.
Because I complained about something. She was like, why would you sit? Like, you can either sit deep in the water and bob up and down, that's fine, or you sit on your nice dry hand, but why would you sit right in the break and going whoosh?
Yeah, I was sitting right on the break, and then we generally thought it was gone.
Because it looks like they're trying to sleep, because they're not like actually enjoying it and appreciating being washed around. They're like, I'm going to try and sleep. Whoosh.
Congratulations, team. It was the left. This was the point I used to ID it on, because you couldn't see the same neck, which was tricky because that neck is like disappeared and you couldn't see that. So that was the little bit which was helpful to ID it on. Very, very exciting.
Very good at this.
Yeah, well done, team. Very, very good.
I like Birdie's comment there. I think birders will be good at this skill. We love looking at small details to determine what kind of red pole we're looking at, even though there is only one type.
Nice.
It's this one. No, it's this one.
But all red poles will be turned into the same one.
This is a boss level.
Is this the final one?
I think it might be the final one. There's 7 levels, so if this is the 7th one, it's the final one.
So many seals.
See, I haven't even looked at the pictures yet. I'm just putting the poll up, and then I've got to go and actually have a look.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing very well.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
So I first saw this seal in the sea, and it was kind of patrolling up and down this beach whilst its pup was on land, and the pup was quite young. And then I saw the next photo, and then I saw the next photo about like a week or so later. And so I always get excited when I can like definitely confirm that like a seal pup has like has survived and it's not a new seal pup because the mum's come back, which is nice. Right, what's the poll thinking?
Right.
Oh,
I'm right.
Well, could it be a trick question? Who knows?
Birdie is so confident I have it ID'd before the poll is up. Come on, Andy, keep up.
Yeah, crazy. You guys are really good at this. Congratulations, team. Well done. It was in the water. I was quite impressed when I had a photo from both angles, because these are all like the good ones which are actually ideable, but I have so many seals which are completely unidentifiable because they are from like the opposite neck side, or they're face on, or they're from the back, and it matches no patterns with any other seal I have. So it could be like a new seal, or it could be one which has, which I've like taken a photo of before, but there's just no way to identify it. There we go! Well done. Everyone got every single one correct, which was... Did you get every single one correct?
I think I did.
Yeah, I think Nick did as well, actually.
I could like see them much closer. I have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so well done, everyone. We're now going to go look at my seal report.
Bam.
Um,
But-
yeah. Oh, thank you, Birdie. I'm glad you liked the little game. I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. So after leaving Lundy, I wrote up a seal report, which is very exciting to get some like report writing experience and do a bit of like data analysis. And I decided I was going to learn some R, which was a fun experience.
It's a coding language.
Yeah, coding language, which is good for doing biological data analysis, in particular, managing like large data sets of things and making pretty graphs, as you'll soon see. Okay, so yeah, so this is my favorite photo I took of a seal. So I incorporated this one into my report because it's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, maths. I love maths. Well, I hope you like my report. So I wrote a little acknowledgements thing. Some notes. So these are like the nicknames for all of the, not the nicknames, abbreviations for all of the survey points around, which was handy. A bit of an introduction. So seal surveys have been conducted for so long on Lundy. Like I found a random paper from like the 1950s about a seal survey they took. Just this random one after like loads and loads of googling because I was trying to find out how far back it goes, and that's how far back it goes. But the survey method was standardized in 2016 when they introduced a seal volunteer, so they could have more people on the island and someone dedicated to just monitoring the CP seals every year. So I would do weekly population surveys and daily productivity surveys. So productivity being like how many seal pups were produced. Yeah. So the record number of seals I saw was 183 individuals on the 6th of October. So that's a bit of a breakdown of the genders and ages of the seals. Can everyone see that okay? We're not going to read too far in. We're going to focus mainly on the graphs. Productivity. The first pup was spotted on the 4th of August, which was before I came there, because we had a different volunteer before I came, but it didn't work out with them. And then I came on, and then we had 63 seals on which were born. Did I write that? No, I didn't write. Whoops. I should have written that down. Would have been an interesting thing to write down. So we saw 63 seals on the island that year, seal pups, which is very exciting.
Productivity is how productive like the group was, so how many pups were born on that season kind of thing.
So this is a bit about population. This is every single survey which was carried out during the seal pup season on Lundy, and a bit about what kind of survey it was. All land surveys because we weren't able to get the boat out this year because of weather and availability of a boat and whatnot. And a bit about the times, the tide times, the weather conditions of each survey. It's going to be publicly available soon once they put out their whole entire Lundy report, which would be very exciting.
We'll put it on the Discord.
I'll put it on the Discord when it's out. So let me go to a nice graph. Ooh. Which is exciting. So this black line shows the total number of seals which were observed on each survey, and then there is a percentage breakdown of the seals by category, so their age and their sex. So it's kind of like an interesting, instead of just having like the total like counts of males and females, there you can kind of see it in proportion to the number of seals, which is kind of a bit more, how would you say it, like a bit more accurate in terms of
just having a good like visual breakdown of all the data. That would be useful.
How do you sex a seal? Well, you would I would observe it, and then there are some like characteristics between like the males and females. So the males tend to have like this really big it's called like a Roman nose, like quite a strong straight nose, and then the females had like a really nice like dainty Labrador looking face, and then the males would be like absolutely like ginormous, so it would be absolutely big, and the females were like a bit smaller. And then overall the males were less patterned and darker, and the females had more patterns and were a bit lighter. The females would be feeding, wouldn't see any males feeding. Males' behavior, a lot of patrolling beaches. There'd usually be like one or two fancy ladies. Usually be like one or two males like around the place, and then loads of females. So there wasn't like loads of males because they get a bit, I don't know, a bit testosterone, and they want to be the male of the beach. Yeah.
If you talk about, I was like, I had a picture.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I do the seals based on their gender. So this is quite a fun breakdown of the gender and the total number of seals I saw. And then I did some exciting things. So we have data of seal surveys dating back to 2014. Okay, and I was the first volunteer to conglomerate all this data and do some analysis. Because previous years have only like looked at the 1 year of seal data, so I did some comparing. Whoa! Yeah, zoom out a little bit. So there wasn't any data available for 2016 because I think that was just it was a rough year for the island for some reason. And then no data in 2019 and 2021. It went on a walk because there's been so many changes over with staff and things, so people probably ran away with some data. But yeah, it's interesting to see how the different population changes over the year. Overall, like from a first glance, it kind of looks like the population is like roughly the same. Because it kind of has the same ranges. It kind of peaks over 200 sometimes it doesn't. There's so much variability within 1 year because of all the weather and just like weather, the wind direction. Sorry, what are you doing, Nick?
I'm trying to. I had a picture of seals before.
Yeah.
So you want to?
No. It's okay. I'm a bit like a dog. I can't see two things at once.
I'll do it later.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I decided to do some statistical analysis to see if the population has changed at all over the last 10 years. So, then also this is a box plot. So you have like the interquartile ranges of the population count. So like the lowest number of seals in the population count and the highest number of seals in the population count, and then the median is like, so the middle number of all the surveys is in the center of this box plot here. And then this is so then you can see that the medians have like changed a little bit, and then the peak counts and the lowest counts are kind of like in the same bracket. Sorry if you can hear some dogs. My dad just came back and my dogs are very excited about it. So I did some data analysis. I did a simple linear regression to see if there has been any statistical change. This is the fun graph, which comes with a linear regression. And the conclusion is that there was no statistical change in the population, which is very exciting. Over 10 years you see. Yeah, there are so many things to see, which is exciting. And like there are so many different so there's no statistical change, which is good because that means like there's a stable population. Over the last 10 years, the island wardens have been doing loads of stuff to keep people away from seals, to like do lots of educational bits. They've been working with boat touring companies to make sure people don't go up to seals with their boats and don't go scuba diving and approach seals. So they have been doing like a lot of work to make sure that people give seals a space so they don't get scared. How big is the island? It's 5 kilometers long and it's 1.5 kilometers wide. I do have a sneaky little pic at the bottom. That's the shape of the island. Yeah, that's a sneaky little peak. So yeah, so there is no like change of a population, which is a good thing, really. I think there was in one of the tests I did, there was like, it said there was like a slight increase, but it was not statistically significant to say that there has been any increase whatsoever. Yeah, so that was very exciting. So it's good knowledge to know, like, even if it's not like exciting breakthrough science, you know, like it's, whoa, we're doing so well. Yeah, it's good to know that things are staying the same. That's also good science. That's another statistical test I did. Yeah, and then I did a fancy little, what kind of graph is this called? It was a
Bubble plot.
bubble map plot, bubble plot. Anyway, lots of time and art trying to work out how to do this, to work out what the most popular haul out site of the seals were. And it was this one called Three Quarter Bay was the most popular seal haul out site. So it's a bit smaller than Rathlin, yes it is. Does it have a permanent human settlement? Yeah, it does. So it has about 30 full-time staff members living on the island all year round. And there are no visitors living on the island all year round. There's just people who like have little hotel stays. So during the peak season, there's like a lot more visitors. And then during the winter season, there's a lot less visitors because you have to get a helicopter over, and it's really expensive to get a helicopter. So all the rich people go over in the winter period. Yeah. So Three Quarter Bay was most popular haul out site for the seals, which was actually consistent with the last 2 years, which is exciting. Yeah, no people who just live there, which is crazy.
No
it's
locals.
all, yeah, no locals. It's all owned by the Landmark Trust, and the Landmark Trust, yeah, I do think it's all that like no people like actually live there all the time, but
It's even like the farming there that's done by the Landmark Trust.
yeah,
You know, the housekeeping, the shops done by the Landmark Trust staff, the tavern, everything. So
it's all run by the staff, which is quite exciting.
It's a very well-oiled machine in that sense.
Yeah, it's really well oiled. It's very, very, very good. Yeah, so this is the change in how many population seal surveys were conducted each year. So this is also kind of like interesting information to know, because you don't know if your data is skewed by how many surveys were taken each year. So if like we consistently did like 13 seal surveys each year, maybe the outcome of the population analysis might be different. Who knows? Collecting more data is always good, but as long as it's a consistent, as long as it's like consistent data collection, then it's like easier to compare. So who knows what it's going to look like in the future if we keep up the good surveying effort. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, Birdie. Like it's such a good spot. Highly recommend it.
It's very exciting. So many birders come over. It's very lovely. Yeah. So productivity. So seal pups are in. We have the 5 stages of seal pups, which I showed you when we were going through photos quickly. So when seals are born, they're nice and tiny, and then they get a bit bigger. They lose their yellow usually when they like go swimming and such, and then they get like really round after about 2 weeks in. They get really, really round, and then they start molting after about 20 days or 16 to 20 days, and then 21 days plus they are like fully molted usually, which is fun. There has been like I've seen like some variation in that, but that's a general rule of thumb. So that's what I use to like classify the seals and help myself like identify the seal pups. We had 64 seal pups born on Lundy Island this year, which was very exciting. Which is 7 less than last year. So it looks like it's like a little bit less than last year, which is interesting.
Installed and they pupate. I guess they kind of do. They like shed their outer fur.
Yeah.
The beautiful adult seal.
Oh, they're beautiful butterflies. Yeah. So this is the number of seal pups throughout the years. So in 2014, 10 seal pups were recorded, and it goes all the way up to 2024, where 71 seal pups were recorded. So this is quite interesting. because it looks like there is a massive increase in the number of seals being born on Lundy Island and number of seal pups being found, which is very exciting. So I did some statistical analysis, and we found that there is a statistically significant increase in the number of seals born on Lundy each year, which is quite exciting. And I think it's what do I say? So on average, the seal pup population has increased by 5.6 pups per year, which is very exciting. But it's unclear. The graph does not require statistics, lol. Yeah. Yeah, but it's unclear whether it's due to more seals being born on Lundy Island or for 0.6 of a pup. Yeah. So it's unclear whether it's because there are more pups being born on the island or there's been an increased survey effort. So if we go back up here, where is it? So this is the survey effort. So we don't have like any survey effort data for seal pup populations, but since 2022 they've been telling the seal volunteer to go out every single day they can to record the number of seals. So from 2022 onwards there has been like an increased effort by the seal volunteer to survey, and from 2016 onwards they refined the survey effort of like the survey method of Lundy Island to aim to do daily seal pup recordings. And then from 2016 before that, who knows what was happening. So overall there has been an increased survey effort which has produced more seal pups being found. Have you been able to normalize for effort? No, because I don't have like a specific number of surveys which were carried out, a specific number of seal pup surveys which are carried out each year. So I haven't been able to do that. Yeah. This is a map of the seal pupping season. So when each year when the first seal pup was found and when the last new seal pup was found. So that's kind of how we've mapped the seal pup season over the years. So
Hey Barnacle.
Hi Barnacle.
Hi, Barnacle.
I'm just talking about my time on Lundy Island and doing some seal research. Yeah, so there's for some reason July 20. July 22nd. Yeah, it's so early, that one in 2020, and yeah, so it looks like that really like shifted the season over. But it kind of it doesn't really say that this is definitely like the first seal pup which was found on the island. It's not like the first seal pup was born on the island. So yeah, because like it's only when someone like stumbles across a seal, so there's a bit of luck involved, and also it's kind of when the seal volunteer leaves. I left in October 24th, so yeah, someone was like still going out and having a look around every now and again. So yeah, so it's kind of like you kind of stop the seal season as soon as you stop looking, really. Only if the seals were aliens.
Cause COVID.
Maybe. Yeah, then I looked at the peak seal pupping period to see when the most pups were being born each year. So I only had data for 2024 and 2025 to compare, but it looked like the third week of September was like the peak time for these seals to be popping out. Yeah, which was quite fun data to have a look at. Yeah, so they know like when to maybe increase their survey efforts, or yeah, just for future use on the island. Yeah. Oh, seal pup mortality rate. So this is, unfortunately, when I go around the island, I might see a few dead seal pups because the mortality rate for seal pups is actually really high. It's it sits at about 20% of seal pups don't make it. And the year before me, 2024, was actually a really big year for seal pup mortalities. 2019, I don't know what happened. That's very unfortunate. But hopefully, many more seals were around, which which weren't surveyed because the survey effort increased massively in 2022. So
You're saying the east side's nice and sheltered.
yeah,
So
yeah,
storms.
yeah. I think last year, unfortunately, they had like really strong easterly storms, which coincided with spring tides. So the tide height would be like really, really high, and there was just nowhere for these poor seals to hide on the east side, and then it was just whoosh, lots of storms, which it meant the mortality rate was really, really high that year, which was unfortunate. But yeah, let's move on from that. Distribution of seal pups. So, see about these. The most popular spots were Quarry and White Beach. They both had 15 pups each, and it's actually I think it was White Beach was the most popular last year, and the year before that, and Quarry was a close second. So these seal pups tend to like the same spots, apart from Thames, the trailer seal, which really, really liked the jetty down by the harbour. So yeah, so I guess it was a successful year for the seals. Seals were doing their thing. It looks like the population of seals over the last 10 years was relatively stable, and the total number of seal pups being found is increasing, but that's probably in line with increased survey efforts. So it'd be interesting to see what the seal pup counts are like over the next 10 and many, many years beyond that with this same level of surveying. There we go.
Very exciting. Should we go back to the cute seal picture?
Yeah, let's go back to a cute seal picture.
There we go.
There we go.
Cute seal.
So I think that was a good summary of my time on Lundy Island.
You're just going to blame me for the crash. What crash?
Birdie, what is it like a certain organisation? Is it like BDMLR? I think it is one that works with kind of rescues and
KCD2.
Oh dear.
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Now I can imagine that works. It can be rough, but very interesting, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you for showing us all the cute seals and talking about the sights and your time on Lundy.
Thank you all for listening in.
It's very interesting seeing the numbers and actually seeing the plots of where they like to be.
Yeah, it's fun how they have like their favourite spots, because there was like one spot where just everyone seems to be, and I couldn't work out what it is because it seemed to have like the same amount of surface area, like no matter if it was like a high tide or low tide, it was still like kind of very, very similar. So I don't know what it was about it. Maybe it's something about the local currents, or good fish come nearby, who knows. Yeah.
So did you time your surveys to be the same time each time you went out?
So I went out 2 hours before low tide each survey time. Yeah, so sometimes it meant that low tide was 9 a.m, so I leave at 7 a.m. That only happened once. I'd usually wait a couple of days for a more reasonable time to go out. The more popular pupping site was different from the hauling out site, which I thought that was interesting too. Because the pups tend to like the lower east side of the island, so I don't know if they just know it's so the seal pups, they preferred like this side. There was hardly any up here, and that was the only one we saw on the west side. I mean, my survey effort was mainly concentrated on this side of the island here. And then once a week I'd go up here, and then only on my days off I'd go around the west side on a non-windy day. So yeah, these bits are probably like more unobserved. But yeah, no, I didn't see only one at Gannett's Bay, which was near the most popular spot there. I think there are so many seals there, so maybe there's just the mothers don't feel comfortable giving birth there because there's so many seals nearby. That's just a random guess though. Yeah.
I think they kind of like to be on their own when they're giving birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was interesting because when I was on Skoma, one of the other volunteers who's come along was the seal researcher who stayed for a bit longer after I left when I was a long-term volunteer. And it was interesting to see how, like, a few different behaviours. So there's like a few big sites for pups, like the big main sites, like you had your Quarry Beach, where it was actually very popular with haul outs as well. So you'd have 25 seals and then a few mums with their pups. But I can't remember the exact distributions with like the haul outs versus the pupping. And yeah, like, I imagine looking like longer trends, looking at like site fidelity and how do the same mothers come back to the same beaches.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they were doing on Skoma, but it was the beginning of that part of it, so they didn't have.
Yes, they are doing a bit of that. They send off all the photos I take to the Cornwall Seal Research Group Trust. They send all the photos over to them, and they look at all the seals which gave birth last year and all the previous years before, and they match up my photos to those photos and see if the same seals are coming back to Lundy. And often a lot of seals do come back to Lundy, which is nice. You see the same ones like year after year, which is very sweet. Yeah,
it's just cool having so many different metrics you can infer and work out and statistically analyze so many different factors and things, which is very, very cool. I do like big long-term data sets.
Yes, it was nice to do something more than just looking at my data, like looking at the previous year's data, and it was a very good experience for me to do a bit of that as well. So yeah.
So will you be going back next year?
I don't know. There's more islands to go to. Yeah. But I only had 6 weeks there because the first volunteer decided it wasn't for them. So no, I don't have really a background in statistics. I did a little bit in MATLAB in uni, and then a couple of statistics modules. But yeah, this was my first kind of statistically significant project. So I was covering. I only did 6 weeks there, so it would have been lovely to be there like from the beginning of August. Yeah.
It's always next year.
Nice, so. Always next year, so I could go back. Yeah, MATLAB's you. I prefer RAR after doing a bit of R here.
Mutual hate from that.
Yeah. Many islands to go to.
But don't you think it would be nice just to do the same one a few times to get an experience of what it's like year on year?
I do think it would be nice.
You could be the long-term data set.
Yeah. I have all the knowledge of the seals, yeah. It would be nice to go back and be like, oh my gosh, I saw that seal last year. Yeah. If they'll have me back. Maybe they hate me.
See if the pups come back.
Oh my god.
Like, I
see them as like juveniles. That'd be so sweet. Yeah. Oh, good question. Maybe one day. see how it all plans out. Yeah.
Thank you for showing us.
Yeah, thank you. That was very interesting.
A wonderful first guest stream. Hopefully, first of many.
First of many. I'm
going
to try and tap up one of my friends who works with Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust, and my understanding of his job is he tries to find plots of land that are currently derelict and tries to get funding to turn them into nature-friendly areas.
Oh wow!
That would be cool.
That'd
I'd
be
love to
very
hear
cool
more.
It'd be really interesting to hear exactly what the process is and what he's got to go through and who he talks to and all that kind of, and see some of the projects that he's been talking to me about, which would be very cool. So you can't tell us that, not get him on. I'm sure I can get him on.
Yeah, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about it at New Year. There you go. He's coming to my house for New
Nice.
Year.
That'd be nice. Yeah, Pazuzu and Barnacle. Highly recommend going back through the VOD because there's lots of cute seal pics, a fun quiz.
Yes, you can take part in the quiz.
Take part, a belated take
Mm.
part in the quiz.
And no fast forwarding to get the answer to then go back.
You can see on the analysis of the.
Yeah, we'll know. Everyone else got 100%, so if you didn't get 100%, then. How many seal word jokes? What do you know for many seal jokes?
I didn't make any sealed word jokes, Pazuzu.
You did the last 3. Yeah, there weren't that many seal puns or
well,
jokes.
That's a way I can improve my talk for next time. I'll include more seal puns.
Oh, thank you, Barnacle.
Yeah.
Cool. Can you cancel the...
I'll stop the streaming.
Yeah.
Amazing. Then I can do that, and then I can do that. Here we go. Cool. That was great.
Bye, Chris. There we go. 2 meters for me, a bit sealing. There we go.
You see, we need Birder, Chris, and Barnacle. They're the best at it.
They're good.
Awesome.
No, I can't.
Well, that's my last Wednesday stream of the year.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm not here next week.
Oh.
It's going to be Nick and Kat and Thistle.
We're going over highlights, and there'll be another quiz. God, what was it, like 3 quizzes in the span of a month or so? So many quizzing. Short wildlife puns.
If you,
the deal.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. Grey humour. Oh,
they've started.
get on a roll.
It's great.
But yeah, next week will be a nice kind of summary of the year, everyone's highlights, mine and Cat's highlights, fun Christmassy quiz, which will be very unhinged. So, do you come along to that?
Yeah. We've put a 2025 highlight channel into Discord, so if you want to share your highlights there, please do. It can be, you can add your photographs in there if you want to, that are your highlights, or even just describe what your highlight was, which would be just as fantastic. I'm going to try and put mine in there since I'm not going to be here next week, but I've got to try and get all my images off my old PC and put them on my new PC so I can then do that. So yeah.
Nick isn't too long.
No. I'll restrict it.
Yeah.
You restrict yourself to a few.
Yeah, I think I did a top 10 last year, but I'll do a top 5
Oh,
this year.
that's gonna be hard.
My highlights have been
I can
hanging
do it, I
out
can do
here.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Barnacle.
Aww.
Aww.
I win.
It's not a competition.
Yeah, and then we're still doing a gaming stream this Friday. I think we're playing
Game
Raft
is that?
again.
Oh,
Raft. Oh, excited.
It was very cool last week. We managed to find an old oil rig, and we've been sent off on the next bit. I should not be ill this time. Hopefully not, Birdie. You can join us. And we can set sail for the next area.
yeah, it's looking proper fancy, the raft now.
Yeah, it's looking
Nice.
great.
Really good.
And then, next Wednesday for our final stream of the year. Unless we decide to do another gaming stream a week on Friday. You never know. We'll discuss. We'll discuss that. We did loads without you, Birdie. We did. Not a lot of building though. It was more travelling, wasn't it?
Yeah, also travelling, material collecting, a bit of built some antennas and things. And then
Yeah, and we
doing the
fixed,
story.
and we're about halfway around the boat of armoring it up to try and stop Bruce from eating us.
Yeah, chomping away.
So we needed more of that on Friday. So yeah. So it'd be cool.
Yes, Nick made a lovely
Oh,
seal
compliments.
doodle. I love this seal doodle so much.
My extra little seal.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
The seal pup.
Yeah.
Bruce my home. No, but I can't side with the enemy. But yes, cute seal pup drawing.
Rest in
Nick's
peace, Nick's flowers, the gull ate.
Yeah, I planted some lovely flowers, and I thought the gull only attacked our food, and it attacked my nice flowers as well.
Was this in Raw?
In raft.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like out the back or something. Yeah, good fun. So highly recommend coming along on Friday.
Bruce for life. What did we call the boat? We called the boat something.
Oh, I cannot remember. It was two words because I remember I had to put
It was.
2 different signs.
I think Barnacle named it. It wasn't Brucius Maximus, no.
Bruce's Maximus.
Oh, that's a good name as well. Was
yeah.
it Barnacle or Fishy that named it?
One of them.
Might
I
be
guess you have to
Fishy.
come on Friday to
Yeah.
find out the naming.
Yeah. I'll definitely be there. I'm excited to get out in the open ocean
Bruce
again.
Bruce face.
No muck something faces.
No.
Need something original.
Okay.
It was
apologize.
Barnacle that named it. Thanks, Fishy. Cool. Right. So yeah, get all your highlights onto Discord. Start thinking as well, everybody, for your bucket lists for 2026. Because we'll be asking you what they are for in the first stream of 2026. Which we have said when the first stream's going to be as well, haven't we? We've made that decision.
It was. I think I put it in the announcements. 7th of January.
7th of January.
Hmm.
Okay. And just as a thing for you to consider, you have to add anything that you didn't get this year from this year's bucket list onto next year's bucket list.
Might be a long list.
It'll be a very long list. I've got to add short-eared owl and turtle dove onto mine.
I think I've technically seen a Firecrest as a blur, so I'm not going to count it. So I've got to add Firecrest, any Shrike. I think there's something else as well. Yeah, I got a few.
Yeah, I only got two off my 4, so next year we'll have 6 things on it. Who drew the seal? Asked Pazuzu.
It's
It's
me.
adorbs.
I'll put it in the Discord in the art channel. So you can appreciate the bigger scene.
Yeah, I'm going to add it to the to our intro bit as well. Give me a second.
No, I want to print it off and I want to put it on my wall.
Image, add existing.
Nice,
I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now.
Wow. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming along tonight. Whatever time you turned up, it was lovely to see you.
There we go. I'm just going to transition over.
Oh.
So you'll get a bit of music, but you'll see that it's at the bottom left. There you go. See, you can still hear us. There's a bit of music going on as well, but the seal's on the bottom left. There we go.
Oh, lovely! Oh, it's so sweet.
Cool. Right. Did you see the seal news thingy? Yes, we did, Pookie. We were talking about it
Wonderful.
earlier.
If anyone hasn't gone and seen it in the news channel, I highly recommend it.
Made my day.
It's good news. It's like the only thing I want to see on the news now. For stories like this, so definitely recommend it for a good smile.
Cool. Right. Thanks, everybody. We're going to head off now. And we will see you next week. And on Friday. Don't forget Friday.
Thank you, everyone.
Right, bye guys. Thank you for having me on.
Bye.
Bye.